Rule 34 Artists, what was the weirdest, most disturbing commission you have ever received? I've had a few. Probably the oddest was characters from Rescue Rangers transforming into cooked chickens. Earth having a dick and fucking Mars, and they specifically requested him to still look like planets. Dr. Tyson was drunk. I'm not technically a R34 artist, but I once got a request for a piece that was a guy having sex with an M4 Sherman tank. Well, that certainly gives a whole new meaning to armor penetration. Not exactly Rule 34, but I once had a request for Mad Max-style post-apocalyptic mutant stripper rabbits, which prompted my favorite ever question for a client. Do you have a color preference for the dildo chainsaw? Had to scroll a ways back to find it, but that image did not disappoint. Scrooge McDuck fucking his big pile of money. Edit. I'll put it in the op as several are asking, a human cock. A true Disney classic. Two actresses in one of those two-piece horse costumes. He'd ask for the same thing over and over. Two different famous women, say Jessica Biel and Jennifer Garner, one woman taking the horse head off with a happy expression and the other woman with a mad expression cause she has to wear the butt part of the costume. Sometimes it might be a tiger costume or another animal, but it was always the same pose. Nothing inherently sexual, but you can just tell. I cut him off after the third commission only cause I got tired of drawing the same shit. Paid well otherwise. That's a steady income right there. Here is the message I received about 2 years ago. Greater than, I have an idea for you to do duo action image and sex story where Bakugan Drago x Waven and Helios x Skyus sex. Of course Waven and Skyus must have visible big tits and vagina. Then, now optional because it's a fetish, you do an epilogue where both give birth to a vivid baby Waven, normally a Skyus, while practicing anal sex with Helios. I have so many questions. I asked you for that in confidence. Your average generic clown, bouncing on one of those exercise balls but with a dildo attached to it, with multiple other toys, being shat on by Frankie from One Piece. Sometimes, you have to say no. Edit. Wow folks, thanks for the awards, I sure am glad this is my claim to fame. It's Suoiper FAQ. No, I didn't end up drawing it, but I wished him luck in finding an artist that would. It was post-time skip Frankie, because he was into the robot look. No, it wasn't Buggy, he wanted a more general looking clown and linked me a bunch of sad clown paintings. You had me up until the last line. What the fuck? My partner does 3D models for folks who play VR games. Guy asked for an anthro model of the cop dog from Paw Patrol with a Nazi SS uniform and working hyper dick. Partner turned it down, but it's now a running gag between us. Working hyper dick sounds like a tagline for some horrible action figure, similar to realistic chopping action. Undead vor inflation leading to anal birth. What a terrible time to be a literate person. Extremely fat Sonic the Hedgehog eating his boogers, getting nauseous and puking. Same person had a lot of requests along those lines. It was the first and only commission that made me physically ill to even attempt. Gotta go fat. Many ideas are commissioned but none are delivered. Japan's current royal couple having intercourse in their official photograph with all the family looking very dignified. Now this is the only one so far to have surprised me. What an interesting and amusingly niche kink. I wouldn't even know how to classify that. Where do you people find Rule 34 artists? Hungry artists also. If you find on a porn site an image you like, you can Google the artist name and in most case, she will propose commission. Off the top of my head, *CatDog getting gangbanged but they're humans, *SpongeBob with multiple arms, sticking all his hands into Squidward's tentacle holes. I didn't know why the commissioner preferred this over the more sensible, Squidward fucking SpongeBob's holes with his tentacles, but I guess they were more of a top SpongeBob fan. Stoop kid from Hey Arnold being raped by Arnold's grandpa as he tries to crawl back to his stoop. From the anime My Hero Academia. Bakugo with his chest and ass exploding into blood and guts due to his nipples and ass being attached to a dual breast inflating, fucking machine manned by Deku, with a speech bubble next to Deku saying, bullying builds character like nuclear waste creates superheroes. I turned 3 out of 4 of these down. Edit. Which one did I accept, you ask? I'd rather not say because people will judge me for it, but the commissioner offered a lot of money for it, you see. Classic rule 3 out of 4. I don't even draw NSFW. I posted a few pieces of art on Discord and had people asking for furry porn. One guy asked for his OC eating another person's OC, but in a sexual way. Edit. They offered me $100 to draw their fursona eating an underaged fursona. I turned them down due to a mix of disgust, and the fact that I won't draw furries. Edit. OC equals original character. Vor is proof that some people never experience post-nut clarity. Edit. Don't bother coming into this chain of comments to defend the fetishization of cannibalism unless you are also willing to defend murder, rape, necrophilia, bestiality, and child fetishes too. Some things are fundamentally wrong, and you should be ashamed of liking them, or defending those who like them. Asking people for their weirdest porn recommendations really seems like the natural conclusion of this sub. This is how AskReddit dies, with thunderous cheek clapping. A superhero shitting herself, not gonna name who in case the commissioner ever see this, cause thanks dude. You gave me a tip and were ready to order again, honestly. Unless it's actually proper illegal, I'd see what they want. Money is money. I get why people refuse to do it, but alright, if you don't want money, send them my way. LMAO, it's actually interesting to see how far you can push your artistic talents. Poop is actually kinda hard to draw lol. A blonde MILF holding a chainsaw and Wonder Bread in a polluted wasteland. Oh no, is *key* back? I was once asked to draw a dick made put of Nicolas Cage's face and call it Dickolas Cage. And you didn't? Well, pardon me while I steal that idea lol. Some guy messages me about his new anime plot. So basically there's this high school girl except she's got huge boobs. I mean some serious honkers. A real set of badonkers. Packin' some dobon honkeros. Massive de hunkabankaloos. Big ol' ton hongere cougars. And then, transfer student shows up with even bigger bonkonagahoogs. Humongous hungolomonolokungus. I'm not sure I quite understand you. Please provide 3 more euphemisms for boobs. Guy wanted me to draw him fucking and eating a baby version of himself because that's what he wanted on his tombstone. I said no thank you, Senator. I recently had someone begging me to accept a commission of their character being breastfed by an old man. Not only have I never drawn that sort of thing before and most of my R34 is pretty vanilla, but the person who wanted to commission me was also apparently 17. Not an artist, but Wonder Bread guy always fascinated me. What a fucking bonkers story. In one of those threads someone said they knew him personally, or at least a friend of a friend. Apparently he's loaded because inheritance, so it just so happens that he has a bunch of money with which to fulfill his insane Wonder Bread fetish. On a weird level that makes me happy for him. If only everyone had the financial wherewithal to fund their creepy sex fetishes. I'd say anything on amputee hentai is worse, thank God it's banned. Please tell me what on earth that was. I'm not an artist but a paid dungeon master, and I had a guy offer to buy all 6 seats at one of my tables for a solo campaign. I was already at no, but I had to ask, what setting? He said, I want a whole party of big titty anime girls. Hopefully he was just trolling, but who can know? Wait a second, you get paid to DM, while I'm lucky to get a free slice of pizza out of my gremlin friends. I'm not an artist, I'm just a translator, but I see things, scary things. For example, a random guy tell me that they are gonna pay $30 to translate an specific manga. He said the name of the manga Shin Gendai Yukiden, High School Girl in Concrete. That was the most painful $30 that I get. You undercharged that motherfucker. My best friend is commission artist, usually doesn't do NSFW but sometimes does mild nudity. One day she gets this DM on Insta saying, hey, I saw you had open commissions NDM looking to get something done. It's of the mom from Incredibles nude with a strap on but the dick is made out of scat, and have Violet be nude on her knees sucking it while fingering herself. She said that she didn't feel comfortable drawing that and didn't do NSFW art like that. Then he blocked her. It's been a little while and I still don't think she's recovered fully. Not an artist, but I've seen Count Chocula fucking Frankenberry. Not a good day. Someone gave me £40 to draw their OC covered in tattoos and piercings getting her ear stretched by a peen. I have had bestiality requests that I've said no to. I don't mind drawing nearly anything NSFW as long as characters are over 18 plus and it's consensual and obviously stuff that's not racially discriminating, etc. As if earlobe gauges weren't creepy enough, there probably is a population of folks that sticks peens in them. My friend does commissions and she once had some guy request a bunch of Cheezosaurus Rex porn. It was as disturbing as it sounds. A character from the Sonic fandom getting a straw in his dick. Gotta hurt. I imagine whoever drew the Sandy Cheeks Cockvor art has something to say. Oh god, I'm not clicking that, but Jesus. I used to write TG captions, simple little, find picture of woman, write short story about how a guy got transformed into her, stuff. Had someone request Spider-Man turning into a 400+ pound woman. Do you know how hard it would be to find a picture of an SSBBW who somewhat resembles Tobey Maguire ripping through red and blue clothing and then write a story about it? Also, what? Greater than, do you know how hard it would be to find a picture of an SSBBW who somewhat resembles Tobey Maguire ripping through red and blue clothing and then write a story about it? Easier than you might think. Don't ask me how I know that. I did a few dozen commissions for Fluffy Boru, 5 years ago or so. You shouldn't look that up. You warned me. I did not listen. For that I am sorry. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Futa dragons using the Chrysler building as a double dildo while deeping a pregnant kaiju version of Dot from Animaniacs, off the coast of Manhattan. I watched the cum of a Toyota Corolla glitter in the dark on the butt cheeks of an anthropomorphic DVD copy of Kevin Costner's Heaven's Gate. All those memories forever frozen in time. Like candy corn in a trick-or-treat bag. Time to die. ITT. Sacred masters doing God's work. I used to do equine realism digital paintings. Out of the blue I got a message from someone asking if I could paint 2 realistic horses with giant dicks. One had to be tied up in bondage with leather gear on, the other one also in fetish gear with a flog whipping it. They were looking to pay me $250 plus tip, but I couldn't see how it was possible for me to paint that to my usual standard, so I declined. The first thing that comes to mind, when I think of some of the less common kinks I've drawn, is someone who wanted me to draw their female Vulpera WowOC getting fucked so hard by a tauren that his dick went into her pussy and out her mouth, blood, cum, etc. I'm sure I've had other less common ones, but can't think of any more at the moment. To be honest, I wouldn't call them weird, or even disturbing. They just are what they are. I'm not here to judge, just here to draw tilde. My friend is a part-time artist and has done NSFW commissions, and the weirdest thing he has been requested for is a front and back furry, a Hago. Sorry if it's pronounced wrong, for a 13-year-old that he declined. What the fuck? It's 10 in the morning. I just hopped on Reddit and am already done with the internet for today. Saves for replies. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Where? Sometimes I wish I was Jared, 19. A girl in my guild in WoW did this type of work. She said it was amazing how many people wanted to be drawn as night elf or orc or whatever and then be fucking their character from the game. She showed us a few of the pictures. She was super talented, but I've seen more than enough tauren dicks for this lifetime. Puts on hazmat suit before opening this thread. You're gonna need another one. For your mind. Princess Daisy, from the Mario franchise, as a baby, crying, looking upset, with a very shitty, overflowing, diaper, with cow ears and a cow udder bursting her diaper open. The worst part is I wasn't even charging, I had just decided to give out free commissions because I was in a good mood, which quickly subsided. If the guy that requested that ever sees this, I hope you're doing well. Tame compared to a lot of these, but I was a minor at the time and didn't know any better. It was also very clear that I was a minor, so that's what disturbs me the most. Mine was an extremely overweight Bubbles, PPG, next to a lot of burgers with the speech bubble, I love to eat, feed me more daddy. I didn't end up drawing it because I was busy with a middle school project. I'm not a Rule 34 artist, but I received a request saying greater than I swear to God if I don't see Guzma taking that GOLISOPOD like the bug type slut he is on your profile, I am going to beg you to draw it please. I'm not disgusted, I just think it is a weird request. I fucking love people who talk like that on the internet. They're always fun. I am a regular artist, I just accept R34 whenever someone asks, but I don't specifically promote my R34 art. Anyway, the weirdest was still pretty tame. Some weird fetish art, not illegal though, I refuse illegal requests. What would be illegal? Now draw her buying Wonder Bread. A giant lion fucking a beehive. This isn't from me. I had a close buddy who drew furry porn on the side. This was probably around 2015-2016. He was often told to draw inanimate objects getting fucked. Some cub Drawings. I'm not a furry, and to be honest neither was he. Being an artist and drawing fucked up porn makes a lot of money I suppose. He refused to draw anything illegal. But one time he got this request to draw a fucking lion, like a big Tony the Tiger looking fellow, and his giant lion cock was fucking a beehive. But on the other side of the drawing, it had a close-up of the dick inside the hive. All of the bees were stinging the lion dick and they all had speech bubbles saying shit like, "This feels so good." Some of the bees had their stingers stuck in the dick so their bodies were torn half apart, with what I assume is bee cum, dripping from the stinger. One of them said something on the lines of, "This is worth me dying later." The lion had sunglasses and was wearing a body armor tank top. The funny thing is that this photo is totally out in the wild. It was a commission, but from what I understand it was posted in an NSFW Tumblr. My buddy says it's lost media now. He's fairly known for drawing porn. Maybe someone on here can dig up this monstrosity, because I will never forget it. This went from something I was horrified to read to something I want to see. Spackledo. That's a dildo, but made of spaghetti.
Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.